So in a world where a club has decided that they were going to be engaging in signing a lot of young chaps, shifting and starting to sign experience to add some form of culture and mold a team is one that they would be happy to get. So far, Chelsea look to have shifted a bit in their transfer policy, and welcoming the guy, Danny Welbeck, would be one, not just two, but more than important to the team, both on-field and off-field, than they actually imagined. The last time a player over 30 scored for Chelsea was actually Thiago Silva. How long has that been? Count it, count it, count it. But definitely there needs to be a tactical reason why Daniel Welbeck makes sense for this young Chelsea crop. Chelsea have been looking to make additions to the spine of the team. For goals, they last season solely turned to Daniel Welbeck's former partner at Brighton and Hove Albion. That is the man, Joao Pedro, who ended up scoring 20 goals in all competitions. Pairing him up with the veteran up front would mean lethal, lethal, lethal. But how does this actually work for Chelsea, and how does it all match up? Let's get into the tactics of why signing the 35-year-old, yes, he's 35. He's played for Arsenal, played for United, Brighton, and now would be looking to head to Chelsea. Now, it makes sense that Chelsea are looking to get him because of how Chelsea are looking to play in the season ahead. Chelsea have been actually training with the 5 lines, as I call them, or 5 departments of the pitch on their training grounds. What this means is more movement but less crisscross. It helps a player like Daniel Welbeck, who for the past 2 years has experienced some form of resurgence under Fabian Hetzeler since taking over. In that space of time, he has scored 21 non-penalty goals and a total of 25 goals in 2 seasons. There's a con to this whole thing. I'll tell you much later in the video. However, it makes sense because Chelsea would be looking to put a lot of balls in the central area, close to the penalty box and in the penalty box. If you're looking for the perfect penalty box poacher, an attacker, you can't find anyone better than Daniel Welbeck. Now let's take a look at how he normally likes to operate. So you can see here, this is against Bournemouth for Brighton and Hove Albion, and you've got Ruta here trying to play a left-footed pass into the channel for him to attack. He's already on the attacking mode. Now, one thing I want you to keep attention on is his body structure and body posture anytime he's about to get the ball. He's always ready to actually welcome the ball and then run with it. Despite his age, he always gets the opportunity to get one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and is an expert finisher and always finishes off most of his chances. So ball comes through, and certainly it takes out all these 2 defenders and leaves him unclear with that particular goalkeeper for Bournemouth. Picture this. Change this player into a Cole Palmer, and we are singing a different song, aren't we? Change this into a Joao Pedro, and you'll be singing a much different song, aren't we? So this is what Chelsea is looking to recreate from how they intend to play this season. Going forward much quicker, not being lethargic by going left to right, sideways. They are trying to, as much as possible, increase the rate at which they easily transition from defense to scoring goals. Now, this is another situation here, and from this particular part, look at Daniel Welbeck. His posture has pinned both centre-backs, and they cannot move because you really cannot come here and tackle. You really cannot also go here. You just need to keep your eye on Daniel Welbeck, and it's going to be difficult for Botman to actually even catch up. So where he is, Van Hecker shoots this ball into Ruta. Ruta turns, and definitely Welbeck will be slashing in between these 2 defenders, and that's exactly what he does here. Again, look at his posture. Compare it to that, And you see the similarities, ready to run onto the ball, and he's on one-on-one with the goalkeeper and gets to score. So Thiaw could not actually switch because of this other attacker here. So picture this, Chelsea playing 2 inside 10s. Then we are beginning to talk, and it's going to be cooking for Daniel Welbeck. Daniel Welbeck also brings in a lot of strength in the air. Chelsea, with their new style of play, they're going to likely deploy, and Xabi Alonso would be looking to cross the ball a bit more. And Delap does not cut it in the air. I'm sorry. No, it doesn't work that way. So for someone who would be very pivotal in the air, you would need that kind of player. And Daniel Welbeck actually showed this in that game versus his soon-to-be club, or his club, his new club, Chelsea, for Brighton and Hove Albion. This particular game ended 3-1 in favor of their away team, despite Chelsea getting the first goal. So look at the time, 76 minutes back, Chelsea found a miraculous way to collapse in this game. So Yao Minte, did I say Yao Minte? So Minte goes wide and then crosses that ball, and definitely look at the positioning of Welbeck again, splitting the 2 center-backs, and he's got Josh Achampong looking back. Josh Achampong cannot turn and actually even hurt a fly in this case. So what happens? Ball comes in. Josh Achampong still tracking. Does not really know Daniel Welbeck is behind him. Ball comes through. He meets that ball. Josh Achampong left wanting. And that is one thing that he'll be looking to provide for his new team. However, like I said earlier, there's a big ask to this. The fitness level of Daniel Welbeck has been the issue. When he's fit, he's firing. But most of the time, he has spent closer to the physio's table. If there is any club in the EPL that can actually keep him fit for a longer period, it should be Chelsea. Chelsea have found a way to keep playing their captain, Reece James. However, they are still trying to find what exactly is going on with Romeo Lavia. Romeo Lavia has actually not played 90 minutes football since joining Chelsea somewhere in 2023, 3 years down the line. That's interesting. But they've got a very nice crop of physios that could help with Daniel Welbeck's health or fitness issues. Let's look at the seasons, compare it to the games played and then the number of starts, and then you would see that the recent gone by season is one of the highest that he has actually played in the last 6 seasons. So in 2020-2021, we know what was around at that time. So he actually played 24 games in total for Brighton and Hove Albion, starting 17. In 2021-2022, he was actually really hampered in that season, playing only 25 times, starting 15 of those. However, the number increases dramatically and drastically when you get to 2025-2026, where he played 37 games in total for Brighton and Hove Albion, and starting 26 of those. So Chelsea is not just getting themselves experience. They're getting themselves experience that is getting better, just like fine wine. If he's able to maintain this level of fitness, it would be very good for Chelsea. Why? Chelsea are not playing in intercontinental competitions this year. Means that the number of games, the number of game load is down. And Daniel Welbeck, seriously, would be able to match up. Does this transfer make sense? Yes, it makes sense on a lot of fronts. Brings in experience both on and off the pitch. Helps to start a new form of culture that Chelsea have been missing. And certainly, when fit, gives them more goals than Delap. Anyone who is a better option compared to Delap, Chelsea would take with 2 hands. And for whatever he's going to be earning, it still makes sense. And get this, he is English. Adds up to the English quota Chelsea would be looking for. So Danny Welbeck to Chelsea makes perfect sense, brings in experience, because Chelsea really have been lacking experience at certain key points. Is Chelsea getting the right experienced man at the right moment? Yeah. Delap? No.